to the W part of Power Up. W stands for watching. Shish and I have a guest on today who's going to discuss his watching. Sam Basher. Yay! I got to ask the question, what you watching?
What you watching?
Oh, I'm watching the best show on TV right now. I was surprised it even came out because all these shows are being pulled or being pushed because of the quarantine and no one being able to go and shoot. But the show was finished before everything shut down, so I'm very happy to watch it because it's a bright light in these dark times. It is What We Do in the Shadows Season 2 on FX, and now it's on FX on Hulu, so the next day it's up finally because all of FX's content is some of the best TV shows, or some of the best TV out there, and it's so hard to find it. So now I'm glad that everyone can watch this show because it's amazing. Season 1 aired last year, and it was the brainchild of Jermaine Clement and Taika Waititi. The show was mainly Jermaine, but the first season was stellar, has some of my favorite episodes of TV period in that season, and season 2's been even stronger, and there's 3 episodes out right now as of the live stream of this, and they're all great. They're all fantastic.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited that this is what you brought in as you're watching, and I will tell you that because from the second I heard they were making a What We Do in the Shadows TV show, I wanted to watch it, and then I was like, oh, it's on FX, and I'm a cord cutter, so I do not have this. I also don't pay for Hulu because I feel like between Disney Plus and Netflix and Amazon Prime and HBO Now, I have so much TV I don't know what to do with myself. So I have not seen this yet. Do you think this is worth getting Hulu just for this?
Yes, easy. That was not even no-brainer. I will say, do you get HBO Now or do you have like HBO as an extension to Amazon? You ever done that?
I have HBO Now as like a separate app.
Yeah.
Because you can get HBO attached to Hulu, which is what we do. And because I split it with I'm going to be honest, I split with Hulu. You can do it with Hulu too. You can do it with Hulu and Amazon. So we watch Hulu, we watch HBO shows through Hulu, and it's been well worth the price. And yeah, I highly recommend getting Hulu specifically for this show and all of FX's content.
Because FX is doing a lot of anime now, right?
Oh, they're doing so much. A lot of their original content's great, and also again, FX is just they got It's Always Sunny. They got Archer. They got a lot of.
Oh, Archer's real good. Archer's real funny. All right, Star by Heart in chat says, "What is it about?"
Ooh,
tell us,
should
Sam.
I go? Oh, okay. So the TV show is based off of a 2014 movie directed by Taika Waititi and Jermaine Clement about 3 vampires from 3 different eras who are all flatmates in New Zealand in Wellington, and it is just a documentary crew or documentary crew following them in their life, and it's all leading up to a Masquerade of the Undead, which is a big gathering once a year in Wellington for different undead creatures like zombies and vampires, and it's just following the daily life of these vampires and a newly turned vampire as well, having to learn what it means to be a vampire, and also it's just chock full of like New Zealand comedy, which is kind of like similar to like dry Australian or English comedy.
Jam.
It's the best.
I love it. It was the best part of Thor 3 as well.
It's the best. And actually last night I got to show my family, we all watched it together over Zoom. We got to watch the movie for the first time because they had never seen it, and they all loved it. They loved it. And it made me so happy that they loved it. I was so nervous because that dry humor is like 50-50 sometimes with some people. But the show follows.
We're werewolves.
And it's Riz Darby. He's the best. He's so funny. And but the show follows 3 different vampires on Staten Island, and they have the goal of, from their vampire overlord, to take over the new world. But they were supposed to do that when America was founded, and they've just been kind of like farfling around for centuries. They haven't been doing it. So now they're just trying to figure out how to do that exactly, and they're all out of touch. And they have a familiar who lives in the house with them, a human who wants to become a vampire, and he's one of the best characters on the TV show. I highly recommend it, and season 2 has only become more creative with the ways they play with supernatural story elements and also like vampire lore. Very cool. Mm-hmm. There is a Babadook that does show up in the first season, and that's amazing. His joke is that he's a bada bing, bada book, and then he disappears and he's never in the show again. But he is one of my favorite characters.
So Maude, you've seen the movie, but you have not seen the TV show. Is that correct?
I've seen the first 2 or 3 episodes of the show because they're so quick. Like without the ads in there, they were like 22 minutes. It's just like a little zippy show. My friend Jake McDormand's in it, so I kind of watched it and I skipped ahead to his episodes. just to see how that was. But I found myself missing Jermaine and Taika big time because like their characters were
Oh my God.
just so that adjustment was a little bit for me. But you're right. Who's the human servant? Is it
Guillermo?
Guillermo,
Is the character name.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Are there
Like-
any carryover characters from the film?
I will say there is, for reasons, all these vampires go on trial, and then vampires from all over the world hold a like court hearing against them, and they not only get cameos from the movie, they also get very big cameos from basically every vampire movie or TV show of all time.
Shut
and
your
it's
damn
one of
face.
it's the crazy. It is one of, when everyone starts appearing, you're like, what?
Shut your damn face.
Do this again.
I will buy Hulu for a year just for that scene.
Yes.
It's so good.
I mean,
But
if
did you
you're telling me
scream?
like
So good.
Spike and Angel are gonna show up, and like if we go into the Buffyverse at all, if we go into Interview with a Vampire at all, I can leave Twilight. But any other vampire lore, if it happens, then don't spoil it for me. But now I'm super stoked.
No, and
I have to
even
get
the
this
ones
now.
they don't get, they do get a reference in the show, which is very funny.
Can I just say as well that there is a rumor circulating that Mark Hamill is confirmed to guest and cameo in season 2? Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm very excited about that.
That's super
Yeah.
cool.
What we do in the shadows. All right, guys, watch it on FX on Hulu.
Yay!
Sweet. Thank you so much for telling us what you're watching.
Yeah. And now
Next.
let's move into Bombs Away Q&A. Bring it back, Amy.
Now.
Yay! Yeah, I'm back. So we will be taking your questions over on Twitch. Have my iPad ready to go as soon as it decides to get it together. But in the meantime, I'm reading a question from one of our Geek Bombers over on Patreon. This one's from Ollie Morrison. If you're ever feeling down or a bit stressed, what's your happy place film, show, or game you put on to cheer you up?
Ooh.
Sam, tell us.
That's kind of a couple, but I will give a shout. I have the game. It's on the Switch. It's on the store, so I'm going to guess it's probably on the Steam game store as well. But it is called Wide Ocean Big Jacket. I had to look that up really quick. Wide Ocean Big Jacket, and it will take you 30 minutes to play. It is one of the shortest games. It's like $5. It's just these two kids who are like, they're like 11 years old, like 13 years old. They've never dated anyone else before. They're the first relationship they've ever had. They go on a camping trip with the girl's aunt and uncle, and they just talk about like what it means to grow up. And then you put together the campsite and you go to the ocean and you watch the sun go down, and you just get to like learn life. And the whole interface for the game is really soothing, and the soundtrack's pretty beautiful. I think it was all put together by only 2 people. And you can kind of see that care and thoughtfulness put into the gameplay. It is not the most dynamic, but it does make my heart feel good.
I like that.
Yes.
So
Yes,
what's it-
I have too many of these, but I'll just say the one that I think it was just announced that it's coming to Disney Plus, The Princess Bride.
Oh, yes.
Let me double check that that's true. But I think that's
Oh, it is because Carrie Ellis and Robin Wright did a video saying that it was going to come out May 1st.
Yep.
Princess Bride is my
It
favorite
is.
movie of all time. Sam Basher had never seen it until 2.5 years ago, and I made him watch The Princess Bride in a live stream watch through, which was unbearable, basically, because I say all the dialogue as it's happening, and I also dressed up as Buttercup from the Fire Swamp.
You're a great Buttercup. Can you cosplay Buttercup every convention that you go to from now on?
Yes, I need to get an ROUS. Didn't we have the giant, it was like rat?
The ROUS, yes. Someone sent it back in my SourceFed days, and then it became part of the SourceFed Nerds set.
Where is that? I need that ROUS.
I don't know
Somebody's got
what
it.
happened to most of that set, to be
All right,
perfectly
chat, you know what to do. If you can find the ROUS and figure out who's got it, where it is, let me know.
It might have gotten auctioned off. Didn't they auction off a lot of stuff?
I don't
Yeah.
know about any of the set stuff, but yeah, some stuff did get auctioned off near the end. But hopefully someone got it. Hopefully someone took it home.
Yes, the ROUS. And let's see, I'm looking for Sprinkles the Dragon Cat in Twitch says, question, what is your dream show, book, or game? You mean like to make or Because we just answered our happy place.
Mm-hmm. Wait, so was that yours, Maude?
Oh, my happy
Two?
place, 100% Princess
Yeah,
Bride.
same.
Yeah. Wow. Harry Potter as well. I like
Oh, yes.
reading books. Oh, it just fills me with magic. Yeah.
Taylor, my girlfriend, she got the full set of the books for Christmas, so she's working her way through it. But because of her book club, she has to take breaks and read other things. But she's in, and we've been watching the movies once she's finished reading them to kind of compare them. So she's almost done with 4. Then we're gonna watch 4 soon, and I'm super excited because I remember that being my favorite of the movies. So.
Oh, really? Interesting. When I was 15 years old, we had 2 weeks winter holidays, and I read 4 books in 7 days.
Oh my god, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sprinkles the Dragon Cat says yes to make.
5
So favorite.
Oh,
to make.
favorite to make.
Favorite like show, book, or game?
I would. Let's see.
Make. I'm not making anything. What?
Well, I guess if we could like make something up that doesn't currently exist as a game, book, or show.
I feel like there's no book or property that hasn't been sort of like done. What was it? I think it was after Harry Potter when they realized that like a book property could make Warner Brothers billions and billions of dollars. They started like going through everything and snapping up properties.
A really good Harry Potter video game would be nice. And I don't mean like the Lego Harry Potter games, and I don't mean Wizards Unite, but like a Shadow of War, like what Shadow of War
Oof.
is to the Lord of the Rings. Get us like a good Harry Potter game.
Yes.
Now, of course, I'm saying that as a 30-something Harry Potter fan. I understand the reason the Lego Harry Potter games were made and are as popular as they are is because traditionally people think of Harry Potter as children's literature. Although it gets pretty dark there in the final books. So give something for the older Harry Potter gamer fan. That's what I would say.
That scene in Final Fantasy with the shadow monster things, that they look like Dementors. I could totally see a game like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind if they did like I know the Avengers game is coming out from I forgot the developers, but Sony's like kind of like working on it and putting it out.
Square Enix's one.
Like, is that who's doing it?
They're doing the what's it called? Avengers Marvels Unite or something like that. It's the big one. They were showing it at E3 last year.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I wouldn't mind something with that. Like that storytelling seems pretty dark and serious, but if they up the scale and did it for like the DC expanded universe or the Marvel expanded universe, like get like the Fantastic Four in there or get like the X-Men in there as well. Like do something like as big as Endgame. I would be very on board with spending a lot of money to play that game.
Okay.
Awesome. I love it. Amy, well, thank you so much for farming the questions from chat. Thank you to everyone in chat who gave some questions and everyone on the Geek Bomb Patreon who gave some questions. You guys are awesome. Amy and Sam, we will see you in a bit on the next segment. All right, guys?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right, Maude, what's coming up next?
Well, we are going to be doing reading, and reading covers books, and it also covers comics. Our next guest obviously knows a lot about comics, having his own comic book club. So stick around to find out what Sam Basher is reading.
See you soon.